But next up, of course, it's time to talk to Dr. Octagon.
Dr. Octagon. Dr. Octagon. Dr. Octagon is here.
Good evening, Noel Gallagher.
How are you?
How are you, son? Are you good?
I'm all right.
Have you spoke to Don Hudson before?
I don't think we have we?
I don't think we have.
No, how are you, Noel? You good?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good, looking forward to the game?
Hold on, you can't just jump into
I am.
it.
I'm going straight in.
I'm the question master.
Just go straight in.
You're the ex-pro, all right?
Just go straight
should
in.
be doing
all
shampoo
he's interested in.
Okay, well, this is nice anyway, so I'll leave you to it.
It's all he's interested in, the
What
derby.
have you been up to, Noel?
What have I been up to? Not a great deal.
Buying jeans, having your haircut, that's it?
Well, I'm always kind of either, just had an haircut or going to get one, but no.
Leather jacket?
Do you know what? It's a funny thing, right?
Go on.
I did get a leather jacket the other day.
How on average, how many do you buy a year?
God, that's a good one.
I'd say no more than a couple, but somebody made me some the other day. 4 new ones.
Someone made you...
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to know the story?
Yeah, of course I do.
I spilt a load of shoe dye on this leather jacket I'd had for years, and it was beautiful, and I loved it. And they don't make them anymore, but I got in touch with the firm that used to make them, and they made me 4.
That's brilliant.
Hold on, you couldn't ask for a 5th, could you?
I probably could, but I'm not going to.
Okay. So are you doing nothing at the moment? You're just enjoying life? You're not on tour? You do nothing?
No, I'm on a break. I've got stuff coming up in December, and then I go back out to finish off the rest of my tour in March next year.
Oh, how long's that for?
That'll be another 6-7 months.
Oh, lovely.
He blags it well, away from the wife
Does,
and
doesn't
kids. Done it well.
Working, love. Working for 7 months.
Done it well, the boy, isn't he? Got to go. See you in 6 months. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's all the exotic places as well. So I'll be following the sun again. So I'm looking forward to it.
Does she ever come with you? Does she? Oh, that sounds nice. I'll come with you for a couple of months.
Oh, my missus?
Yeah.
No, she'll come to like New York and Milan anyway. That's got decent shops, but she's not coming on the road. No chance. No way.
Not going to Newcastle then.
Well, I don't even go to Newcastle.
Right, now listen, before we talk about the game at the weekend, I've got to get your view on a story that was in the news about Man City. Have a listen to this, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, just when we thought that UEFA couldn't get any more ridiculous, it's just a ridiculous charge to... I mean, who are they charging and what for, or what possibly could be the outcome?
It is... Oh, don't say why they're booing.
Why would they boo, no?
It's to do with the FFA, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
FFP. FFP
Financial fair play.
Yeah, I think it's to do with... Platini and on all the kind of... When we first got taken over, Platini in particular came out very kind of strongly again, and he named Man City, you know what I mean? And then there was the seeding things, and we were champions both years, and we were seeded in the bottom group, blah, 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 and all that. And then there was the £50 million fine, and then they took players out of the squad. And, they just booed the anthem.
And rightly so. I've got no problem with that at all.
Me neither.
What?
I'm a
Why boo the Champions League anthem?
Why?
Yeah.
To voice one's disapproval at the governing body of European football.
You're just going to incur another fine or something, aren't you?
No, it can't be any fine. It's not even their anthem. It's a piece of music they've appropriated.
Who can you find? I don't
know.
Freedom of speech.
I find it a bit freedom of speech.
If they can't uphold financial fair play, do you think they're going to get away with fining City like 500 grand?
Doesn't matter anyway, does it? Fining City.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. It's the principle of the thing. And anyway, there's a tiny little thing that we like to regard as sacred called free speech.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's absolutely bonkers. So anyone listening, feel free to phone up and we'll play the tune and you can boo along to it. Let's talk about this huge game at the weekend, of course, the Manc Derby, Old Trafford, live commentary on Talksport on Sunday just after 2 p.m. Are you going, firstly, no?
No, I'm not going.
Okay. Where are you watching it?
I'm going to be watching it in my kitchen, stood up in front of the telly, pacing up and down.
All right. What's going to happen in the game?
I'm not sure either team are in the best of form at the minute, but I guess it's City have got the better players, United have got the better team structure at the minute. So I'm not sure. I think whoever scores first might go on to win it.
Do you see lots of goals in the game?
I think if United score first, it'll be quite a low-scoring game. But if City score first, there could be a bag full of goals. But I don't know with derbies because I don't know. They're really. I mean, Donald, having played in a few, they're just really difficult to call. It's whoever does it on the day. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I can see all outcomes. I can see us winning. I say this every time I come on this program. I can see us winning. I can see us losing. I can see us drawing. You know, I don't know. It's a tough one to call.
I think the two major players for City is obviously Raheem Sterling and Kevin De Bruyne. I think if they play well, City might win.
I think the player that my United pals have been speaking to this week fear the most is Prince Harry, Kevin De Bruyne. I think he's hitting.
Prince
I actually didn't get that.
I've never heard
Nor have I. That went straight over my
That's
head.
fantastic.
That's brilliant.
Prince Harry, he's a belter. Isn't he?
That's good.
He's good.
He's settled in brilliantly, and I think, you know, with Aguero and Silva being out, he's the one bona fide match winner we've got on the pitch. So United fans are panicking a bit about him. But like I say, but United seem to have the better team structure. We seem to be a bit kind of gung-ho at the minute, you know.
Are you less worried about the likes of David Silva and Sergio Aguero missing because of the form Prince Harry's been showing?
I don't think City fans, we've become so accustomed now to Aguero being out for large chunks of any given season that you kind of come to expect it. Silva is the key to our team, and when he's out and he comes back off international break and he's crocked, your heart sinks a little bit because he's fast becoming our greatest ever player, and I think we're gonna miss. I mean any team would miss him, but De Bruyne is kind of softening the blow at the minute for sure.
Raheem Sterling, loads spoken about him. Of course, he got a hat-trick last weekend. Are you expecting more for the amount of money you pay? Is that relevant? Should he be doing a bit more, or is, you know, where he's at the moment for his age and lack of experience?
I agree with what you just said there at the end of that. I think we all forget how young he is, and I think we all forget I think the better players that he plays with, the better he becomes as a player. But he's like, I mean, what is he, 21, 20?
Yeah,
baby.
You know, I mean, for his age, he's way ahead of schedule. I mean, I can't think of another 21-year-old who even comes close to him in England. Can you?
Not off the top of my head.
I can't.
I think he's got so much potential. I
think his final ball, he could work on that. His finishing is pretty average at the best of times, but he's added dynamite pace to our team, and I think he's at the best place because if he's playing with Aguero week in, week out, and De Bruyne and Yaya, I think he's only going to get better.
Well, should we be on Pellegrini at the moment? Because I'm guessing that view changes quite sporadically with Man City fans, because if you win a game and you win well, you want to keep him, but then if you hear that Guardiola's becoming available, you may change your mind.
Well, I don't mind him until he lines up teams in the Champions League, and then you think he's a maniac. So I mean, he's like you're playing 4-4-2 against the Europa League champions, and we were lucky to get away with that the other night, and it's a refreshing change that we are starting to get away with it as opposed to getting punished for it. But you would have thought when we went to Roma last year and had to win to go through, and he played for the five in the middle of the field, I thought the penny might have dropped, but he seems to be as stubborn as Wenger sometimes. Do you know what I mean? When he's like, this is how we're going to play, and that's the end of it. And it'd be interesting to see now with the Juventus result the other night being a draw. If we win the next three games, we win the group. And it'll be interesting to see how he sets the team up going forward.
Yeah.
But I think in the Premier League, it's like, you've got 38 games a season, so you can have a bad day at the office and still get away with it. But in that competition, there's no margin for error.
Yeah. I think you've got to go through as group winners.
I think we have to. I think you're right. I think if we come second, we're bound to get Madrid or Barcelona or Bayern Munich. But we should. I mean, I said at the outset of that group, with the squad we've got, we should be top of that group by 3 points now. And he's got no excuse this time.
Just going back to the Mac Derby, Vincent Kompany, Pellegrini, didn't say in his press conference whether or not he's going to be recalled. Do you think he'll be playing? Do you think he'll start?
And again, I don't know what point he's trying to make with that. Is he kind of, did he drop Kompany because he dared to play for his country? I mean, legally you can't do that anyway in the world of football, can you? You cannot stop a player from going and playing for his country.
Unless you're Liverpool.
Yeah, or Alex Ferguson. But I don't... I don't know what kind of point he's trying to make. Do you know what I mean? And he shouldn't be trying to. If he is trying to make a point, he shouldn't be doing it with Vinny, because he's the club captain, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And
I didn't mind Pellegrini making that decision because he wasn't 100% fit, Kompany. So he's more or less saying you can't come back and just go walk back into the side when you've got Otamendi and got Mangala and Di Michaelis. So I didn't mind that from Pellegrini, to be honest, Noel.
Yeah, but surely if you turn up for your country and the manager of that country says you're playing, and then you say, well, I'd rather not. I mean, you can imagine the fallout in Belgium for that, and if they were, say, to lose, the story would be that Kompany has refused to play. There's no way that's going to happen.
I think part of the problem was that they'd already qualified as group winners, so Pellegrini didn't see any reason why he should play. But then Belgium knew that if they won, I think it was against Israel, they would officially be ranked number 1 in the world by FIFA. Not that that means anything. So I think that's why the country wanted him to play and the club didn't.
Yeah, I just think it's a pointless argument a club manager is making with an international team. Do you know what I mean? Because what if Pellegrini goes on one day to manage Spain? He should be on the other foot.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, managers, you know, they're always trying to cover the backsides and all that. But I just think he's fighting to lose it with the club captain. You know what I mean? He's fighting a losing battle. If you're trying to make a point in front of Man City fans, you can forget about it. You know, because everybody will back the captain.
I think he plays Kompany.
I think he has to. And the thing is, if he plays on Sunday, why did he not play the other night? Why? Because he's already got 90 minutes under his belt for Belgium, then had a few days off. You'd have thought give him the game time with Mangala, because those two were kind of looking good before the first international break.
The only thing you can think of is he might be resting him solely for this game. That's the only thing you can think of.
But the Seville game is arguably a more important match, because if we get beat on Sunday, we've still got another 20-odd games to make it up. I mean, the league is not even anywhere near started yet, let alone over. But you lose that game against Seville, and you're pretty much out of it already, you know. So
I just think with Vinny, Noel, I think he's one of them players where you're sort of missing for so long. It's the same as Silva and Aguero, and at some point, Pellegrini's got to say, do you know what, let's just get you 100% fit and get you back into the side. Can't keep losing you for periods of time.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what he does with Aguero when he comes back, because I'm sure he was told when he goes to Argentina, look, you've had a knot. He was taken off the game before he went, and then he gets a hamstring. I guarantee you Aguero won't be getting dropped when he gets back for playing against Argentina. So I think it's smacking as a bit petty to me. Do you know what I mean at the minute?
I want to get your view on a few other managers, but first, a prediction from you, that game, United against City, no?
I'm going to go with 2-1 City.
No, seriously, come on.
Yeah, all right, 4-1 City.
Yeah, okay. Let me get your view on a few other managers. Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool.
Well, we all love him, you know, and as it's amazing as Mourinho is turning more and more into the most ludicrous individual in the Premier League, and the love affair is over with him. In comes Jurgen Klopp, and he's going to be the press's darling for a bit. But why on earth he's at Liverpool is anybody's guess.
In as much that in
as much that if he hangs on till the end of this season, surely there's going to be like one of the top jobs up for grabs. And I think he's putting his reputation on the line with a team that clearly needs a couple of $100 million thrown at him.
I think they're quite similar, the two sides, Noel. I think Dortmund and Liverpool in the same sort of bracket where he likes to work with young players.
What I find fascinating is he's only signed a 3-year contract.
Well, no, it's this year and 3. It's this season and 3 more.
Right. I mean, you'd have thought they'd give him a 5-year contract straight off the bat. But I mean, Liverpool, you know, it leaves a lot of money thrown at it. You know, a ton of money.
I'm absolutely torn with what you're saying, because in a way I think you're absolutely spot on. But on the flip side, if everyone's fit and you start seeing a front line of Benteke and Coutinho and Daniel Sturridge, you start thinking, well, that's not bad.
Yeah,
in the centre of the park, they might need a bit more craft. I certainly agree.
Yeah, but if you go down the names in that squad, let's say there's a 25-man squad, I'd say maybe tops half a dozen of them you'd have at your club. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of dead wood there. They've squandered a lot of money.
I agree. I couldn't agree more with that.
On average players,
yeah.
and you know, Sturridge and Benteke being fit is a massive if. It's a massive if, because they've both got pretty poor injury records of late, you know. So, but I still think it needs a lot of money thrown at it. But you know, if Liverpool somehow edge United out of the top 4, everyone's a winner.
Winner, winner.
It's always got to be United, isn't it? No, listen, I really appreciate, as always, you coming on the show. Thanks for your time tonight.
No worries.
Enjoy the game, even though you'll lose.
No, I never enjoy them. I hate derbies.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And I'll catch up with you soon.
All right, mate.
Cheers, pal.
See you in a bit. Bye.